What's up everybody, welcome back to a new video, and in today's video we're talking about this city right here. Yep, Stone Mountain, Georgia. We're gonna get into it. Living in Stone Mountain, Georgia, top pros and cons start right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time on the channel, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Raymond, and I am a realtor and a real estate broker here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I work with buyers and sellers that are looking to buy and sell real estate in Metro Atlanta. So if you're thinking about relocating to any suburb area within the Atlanta metropolitan area, feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information should be flashing on the screen and will always be in the description below. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram at my name, Raymond Riley Jr. No period, no dash, no space. Follow me on Instagram. All right, let's get into this video at hand. Pros and cons of living in Stone Mountain, Georgia. You're thinking about moving to Stone Mountain, Georgia, and you got some questions, right? You know, your friends told you, I don't know about Stone Mountain. You've heard the condemnation, you've heard all of that. Let me give you my take as a local, as a native of Atlanta, Georgia, city limits. Let me give you my take on what it's like to live and be in Stone Mountain. Let's get into it. All right, before we get into the walk and tour of Stone Mountain, which that's gonna be coming up. So if you've never seen downtown Stone Mountain, stay tuned. That's coming up next on the video. I wanna give you some stats so you can get familiarized with Stone Mountain itself, right? Where is it? You know, what's some of the statistics about it? All right, so let's get into the stats. So Stone Mountain, Georgia is located 19.8 miles east of downtown Atlanta, slightly northeast, but you know, not true east, but a little north, but definitely to the east of downtown Atlanta. It is a very well-known city because of the park, Stone Mountain State Park, which is a mountain we have here in Atlanta metropolitan area. Many people say it's not a mountain. Some people say it's a rock. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but you can climb up it and you can see the entire Atlanta skyline from atop Stone Mountain. Real good place to visit, right? I'm sure many of you have been there yourselves, all right? But that's where Stone Mountain, Georgia is located. Suburb of Atlanta, definitely right in the heart of the Atlanta metropolitan area. Now, Stone Mountain, Georgia is located in Dekalb County. Dekalb County is one of the top 11 metropolitan counties here, as well as a small section of Stone Mountain residing or lying in Gwinnett County. All right, so Stone Mountain, Georgia is a two-county city by definition. All right, so just depending on where you're going to be in Stone Mountain, be sure to check the county of your choice. But yeah, let's keep moving. All right, so population in Stone Mountain, Georgia is 7,513 residents, 7,513 residents residing in Stone Mountain as of today, with a positive growth rate. The median age in Stone Mountain, Georgia is 34 years old. So a fairly mid-age population, I guess you can say, but I say youthful. But you know, I mean, maybe I just don't want to age myself, right? I mean, I'm younger than 34, so it's all good. Average household income in Stone Mountain, Georgia comes in at $53,957, okay? So that is the median household income. So now let's talk about the ownership versus rent ratio. So in Stone Mountain, 42% of the residents are homeowners in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and 58% of those residents are renters. So if you're looking for an area that has more home ownership, Stone Mountain definitely is not, you know, leading that chart. Stone Mountain is a majority rental resident city, all right? But it depends on what's important to you. Now let's talk about the median home listing price. And that number is $295,000, which is definitely a lot better than the city of Atlanta, and contrasting that with Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain, Georgia is definitely more affordable than the city limits of Atlanta. So if you're looking for a budget but want to have proximity to Atlanta, there you go. And finally, the public school systems in Stone Mountain are going to be county led. Depending on which county you find your home that you purchase will dictate the public school system that's going to be responsible for that address. So if you're in Dekalb County, your children will go to Dekalb County Public Schools. If you're in Gwinnett County, they will go to Gwinnett County Public Schools. There are no city schools in the city of Stone Mountain. Hospital access in Stone Mountain is fairly, you got to drive there for a hospital. There is no hospital directly in Stone Mountain, Georgia. So if you need to go to the hospital, you're going to have to take about a 20-minute drive to the north or to the south, Emory Decatur or Emory Hillendale. All right, so those are your two major hospitals, both within about a 15 to 20-minute drive, depending on how fast you drive and traffic patterns. But so that's the proximity to the hospital access. The nearest major interstate to the city of Stone Mountain is going to be Interstate 285 and possibly Interstate 20, just depending on which portion of Stone Mountain that you're going to be in. But if you're in downtown Stone Mountain, then 285 is definitely going to be closest to you right off Highway 78. It's going to get you right up to Interstate 285, which is a bypass. All right, Interstate 285 shouldn't even be called an interstate because it don't take you interstate. It's just a bypass that go around the metro. So if you stay on that interstate thinking you're going to go into another state, you're just going to be going in a circle. But it's our Interstate 285. But anyway, I digress. Being on Interstate 285 is definitely cool because you can hit most major interstates. Well, you can hit all major interstates off of Interstate 285. So really cool and convenient. And really, finally, the distance to the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport is 23 miles away from downtown Stone Mountain. So just depending on where you are in Stone Mountain will change that variation, but within a 23-mile radius, which is about a 35-minute drive, 30 to 35-minute drive to the airport. All right, so super convenient to the airport in contrast with most suburb areas here in the Atlanta metropolitan area. So now you know a little bit more about Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let me plop you into downtown Mountain Village, or Stone Mountain Village, which is their downtown area for the city of Stone Mountain. Hope you enjoy it, and then we'll flash back in for the pros and cons of living in Stone Mountain. Let's go.
I need you now, and I don't care how. Can't you see my love? I need you now. Promise I will make it right. I'm still waiting. I need you now. I don't care how. Can't you see my love? I need you now. Promise I will make it right. I'm still waiting. I don't know what to do, I can't find the light in here. Don't know how should I feel staying alone with this fear. Moving too fast, how can we find a place? I forgot who I am, forgot where I came from. Forgot all my roots, left all my safe zone. Now I'm stuck in a loop, stuck in a loop. Can't you see how I need you now? I don't care how. Can't you see my love? I need you now. Promise I will make it right. I'm still waiting. I know what I did, I can see my mistakes right here. I'm willing to change, I'm staying right here, my dear. You won't have to worry no more. I forgot who I am, forgot where I came from. Forgot all my roots, left on my safe zone. Now I'm stuck in the loop, stuck in the loop. Can't you see how I need you now? I don't care how. Can't you see my love? I need you now. Promise I will make it right.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that tour of downtown Stone Mountain. As you can see, it's not a whole lot going on. It's a small area. I mean, 7,500 residents. So yeah, definitely not a whole lot going on, but you can, go to a winery there. You can go grab some pizza, you can go take some pictures of the Christmas tree when it's the season time. So there are small things there, and the library is right behind the railroad tracks too. So if you're looking for a small little nucleus, Stone Mountain could be it for you. But I think Stone Mountain, the proximity to other suburbs is super close too. So that's what makes Stone Mountain super unique, which we're going to talk about right now in the pros section of living in Stone Mountain. So my first pro that I'm going to give for Stone Mountain is pretty simple, and that's going to be the real estate affordability. Stone Mountain has super duper affordable real estate. So if you're one of those people that are looking for a more affordable home, but in a very decent area when it comes to proximity, when it comes to overall crime, when it comes to just general overall stuff, I think the perspective, when all things considered, the value proposition real estate wise is pretty advantageous. Especially coming in at the median home listing price of $295, that's roughly about $75,000 below the metropolitan average as a whole. So definitely you're gonna save some money right there by looking in Stone Mountain, Georgia when it comes to real estate. Pro number 2 is gonna be the outdoor leisure activities. So Stone Mountain, Georgia is the place where Stone Mountain State Park is located. So if you're an outdoors person, if you like to hike, if you like to bike, if you like to do camping, there's so much to do at Stone Mountain State Park. So definitely outdoor activities are at your fingertips. Also, Panola Mountain is not too far from Stone Mountain, so you can go to both of those very conveniently. So if you're an outdoors person, Stone Mountain should definitely be on your list of contention when you're comparing and contrasting other metropolitan cities to consider when you're thinking about moving to Atlanta. All right, pro number 3 on my list here for living in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And by the way, if you're liking this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about the information so far. Now, pro number 3, we're gonna talk about the congestion, right? I think that Stone Mountain is less congested from more or less congested than other suburbs. Other suburbs near its neighbors like Tucker and downtown Dekalb, those areas are very, very congested. Stone Mountain, especially certain portions of Stone Mountain, can be super duper lax, not a whole lot of bunching, especially in the Smoke Rise area in between the Dekalb Gwinnett line. A lot of space, a lot of room to grow, and things are not just jumbled up. So if you're looking for an area that has good proximity to like the city, but you don't want like a huge overwhelming sense of congestion, I think looking into Stone Mountain may prove advantageous for you on your search. Now finally wrapping it up with pro number 4, and this is gonna be overall convenience and public transportation. So I think that Stone Mountain is conveniently located. Like, I love that it's right up next door to Dekalb and Gwinnett counties, which I think those are 2 great counties. Especially being near Tucker. I personally love Tucker, North Lake, all of that, just absolutely great. Briarcliff going right into that northeast downtown corridor. Super close proximity to that. And so I think the convenience aspect is there. And then you got the public transportation. For those of you that want public transportation, to be accessible, this is definitely good for you. You can hop on the MARTA transit system to connect you to other routes and the train and the buses. If you want that, Stone Mountain definitely can offer that for you. All right, so I think it's advantageous. Now, where there's good, there's bad. So let's talk about the cons of living in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and let's put a button on this video and wrap it up. All right, the first con on my list is going to be the public school system isn't the best in every area in Stone Mountain. For instance, if you're looking into the Dekalb County side, Dekalb County Public Schools is not in our top 5 in the state. So, you know, with that being said, it's not the best public school system, but it's not the worst either. And I'm a believer in you have to supplement your children's education just in general. Even if they're in like the best public school district, they can still be not performing to the best of standards, right? So just because they are enrolled in a great school doesn't automatically mean that they're going to be great, right? I mean, and so just kind of keep that in mind. So, and you also have to put things into perspective. If you can only afford X, your expectation educationally should be X, which means you may have to do some supplemental stuff like tutorial or remedial programs or extracurricular, support. Yeah, so you may have to layer, the educational component. So, providing an extra tutor, if there are challenges, if there are, performance issues, you're going to have to supplement potentially with DeKalb County Public Schools. But ultimately, I have family members that go to DeKalb County Public Schools, and, they're all pleased with their children's education. So, but I just know performance metric, DeKalb County Public is less superior than Gwinnett. All right. Con number 2 is going to be inconsistent areas. Stone Mountain, Georgia is a pretty small area, but at the same time, the feels of Stone Mountain is wide ranging. I can take you into Stone Mountain near Smoke Rise and you're blown away. Like you're like, oh my God, look at these beautiful homes. The communities are so manicured and maintained and just absolutely lovely. And then I could take you to another part of Stone Mountain and you're like, get me out of here. So there are inconsistencies in the overall area, but don't let that sway you from the overall city in itself, because you have to just niche it down to where you're gonna be. Okay, that's the best way I can put that. But that is a con. It is inconsistent. It's not gonna be a feel. The same feel is not gonna be everywhere in Stone Mountain. Okay. All right, so those are my top pros and cons of living in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I hope that you found this information useful. As I always say, allow my videos to be the starting point in your knowledge base. This is not an end all be all. This is not a suggestion or not suggesting. This is just me telling you what I think about Stone Mountain, Georgia. So take it as that, allow it to be the building block of your knowledge base. All right. And as I always say, if you're thinking about moving to Stone Mountain, Georgia, feel free to reach out to me. I am a working realtor and broker right here in the Atlanta metropolitan area, and I do work with buyers and sellers that are thinking about moving to, or if you're already in Stone Mountain, sell your Stone Mountain home as well. So feel free to reach out to me. All of my contact information, again, is in the video description below, as well as on the screen now. And I invite you to hit the subscribe button, become a part of my YouTube family here, helping you get the knowledge about these areas that you're thinking about moving to. So if you're thinking about moving to anywhere in metropolitan Atlanta, you're gonna want to be subscribed to this channel because I bring it to you straight, and you're gonna get the information to get started in that learning process and see the inside perspective. So go and check out the channel. Over 150 videos just like this, talking about Atlanta metropolitan area as a whole. Like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.